All right, Divine Feminines, let's find out what is he thinking about you right now. I haven't done a video like that in a while. Oh. Wow. We just keep getting that card. I don't know. He sees you as very, very sweet, innocent, feminine. I get a real sweet vibe off of the Deer card. He's coming up as the octopus, the connecting energy being the eagle. I've talked about that the last couple days. That's the sun. And there's a lot of feminine energy here. There's a lot of big picture ideas. He's trying to think about how you feel. To be honest, that's what's coming through. I'm just a hot mess. Okay. King of Cups reversed. Ace of Wands reversed with the lightning in the tower. Wow. Magician reversed. Moon reversed. Eight of Wands reversed with the Pegasus. He is, wow, all reversed. Super powerful cards. I can tell you one thing is that he's holding back some very big emotions. Two of Wands reversed. Hangman. Yep, of course. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Death. Oh my God. And Temperance reversed. It's not going to last forever. Knight of Wands and the Hierophant once again. He's looking to the future. And under that, we have the Fool. So if I turn it over and under on the back side, Knight of Cups and Five of Pentacles upright. Seven of Pentacles under that. Oh. So he's thinking, what was I thinking? He's thinking, what was I thinking? He's got an orb and a cup in his hand. Very interesting. Wand in his hand, wand in his hand. You, and then you're kind of at the center right now of his thoughts. Guy has something in his hand. I don't know what it is, a flower. And then Temperance has the two cups in its hands. There's a crab on the back of this, and Cancer seems to be still playing a big role in our what's going on. He may see you as, you know, very feminine, very motherly in a way, but also guarded. Karmic relationship in reverse. Separation upright. Passion. Sunglasses. I saw that while shuffling the Chaser. Grim Reaper. Ascending. Clock. Coffin. And abundance. With the mirror, mask, and wedding rings. Soulmates. Oh, I just think he's like seeing the truth about the karmic. I've felt this for a while. Is he ready to let it go? I'm not entirely sure. He seems stuck. And yet, he's looking at you as someone that's able to make things happen, to like ground dreams in reality, to bring things to fruition, to manifest. He's like watching you in a sort of magical way. He is seeing himself in this like reflection, but also he feels kind of scared. So in a lot of ways, you may identify with that feeling. Two knights upright. He very much could be coming towards you. We have the cups and the wands. So that's fairly quickly. It's not swords, but it's fast. And it seems to be saying, I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting, and what it more says with these cards here is like, I'm waiting till I see reflected from you that like, I'm the right person. I've become the right energy. I've become, because there's a feeling here that like passion alone is just not enough for you. Like he knows this. And yet he knows you want emotion from him, or explanation of emotion. And like a kind of this, we're able to discuss the spiritual nature of this. Like I'm getting a lot of that energy. King of Cups, Hanged Man, Moon, Magician, Temperance. These all have a magical element. Oh, I'm boiling now. Okay. So he's waiting to see partially how some of his plans play out. I will say the Moon and Death is intense energy that's really very feminine to me. It's like Death is Scorpio, yes. But it's a water element. This whole thing is filled with water and wands. And it may be that it's really his emotionality, his overwhelming emotions that are stopping him from telling you how he feels, because that's what I asked. You know, the center of the reading is Queen of Pentacles, right? Free Empress. With her back to the Magician, whose back is also showing. So it's kind of like that whole thing of like pretending like you're not looking at each other, but looking at each other, and it's just this kind of hall of mirrors energy I get of same card as yesterday, I think. It is kind of who will give up this mask, this game first. Hold your vision and time to give rather than take. Your commitment is being tested. What do you need to release? Fiery climax approaches. Personal issue reaches resolution. Cancer. Dreams need a practical plan. Taurus. South Node. Full moon in Pisces. Don't let your past hold you back. Adjustments are required. Work through your fears. You and your loved ones are safe. Look at the bigger picture. You are good enough. Conclusions are within reach. To end of a tough cycle approaches. Communication is key. I do think that he fears that the communication between you two will either separate you further, make things worse. I think he has something to tell you, or you want an explanation. There's something you don't know exactly, or he hasn't admitted his feelings. And when he does, he has fear, because that Eight of Wands is in reverse, and it's with Temperance reverse. And Yeah, temperance in a lot of ways can mean like balance to some degree. Like I get a lot of balance cards here, though they're not like outright. It just feels that way to me. And the cups on temperance, she's mixing the water from the two cups together, right? This may mean after Leo season. What else do we need to know, Spirit? You have a version of you that can be released now on this new moon. And I know the new moon is not for release, but I feel like you've already started that process with that last full moon, that double Capricorn full moon, where, breathe, you already, it's like you began letting parts of you go in order to kind of adopt new parts of you. I guess I should take that in reverse. Unfinished symphony, time for a nap, to the sea, more water, thinker, buy the book, here and now, come to the edge, soulmates, fork in the road. Yeah, so between worlds, never ending story, and deep knowing, and round the shell. The shell is in reverse. I think he has gone to the depths of wherever he needs to go about his feelings for you. For a long time, I think he was pushing them away or pretending that they weren't there or trying to distract himself. And I think that is actually done now. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 8 of Cups, reversed, King of Pentacles, reversed. So like he knows he can only come to you with this King of Wands energy right now. And this is creating an issue. I think it's your fear, actually. Your fear is that there's a lot of kind of things here, I think, that probably will be addressed soon. It may be like the next layer of wounding you're getting to. Because I do feel you saying, like, I have addressed these wounds. And yeah, we all have worked on our wounds quite a bit. But I think there's another layer to it. Of really understanding, like, whenever I have this come to the edge card, it's like, to stare into the abyss of this, you really have to go to where that line of light and dark kind of meet. That's a very interesting kind of image. I think he went there, which means you've gone there too before. And I think what he came out of that, or is coming out of that with, is I can express these feelings that I feel emotionally through my physicality. That's where we seem to be here. And the physicality portion, even if it hasn't been something that has happened, it feels so familiar and so, it's like soulmatey, but it's also like, you know, when things are, they feel like the way that you always imagined they would, or they kind of unlock a part of you that's how that feels. And I feel like has been very much escaping into fantasies here. We have all this kind of Neptunian floating energy, which now is retrograde, and I think he's looking back on that and just thinking like, why? Because feels really traditional to me over here, and something about this feels non-traditional. And there's this, you know, we had passion in the center, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Soulmate card. There's really deep, you know, one card I have not seen in a while is the Lovers. And I think like they're bringing it to my attention because they're bringing to my attention that it hasn't come up in a while, because there's just no choice involved in this. Like, it feels beyond choice. It feels beyond doubt. It doesn't feel like something he has to choose. He knows what it is. He knows, because he's been down this road so many times, right? There's a fork in the road card here. And it's kind of like, and it is number 13. It has a monkey, an owl, and a llama. And there's 5 different directions. And I think he knows if he chooses this direction, it's going to require, like, the word that's coming is sacrifice. That's the word of the Hanged Man. And that, I, made a video on that word this morning, and that's because we think of sacrifice as, like, giving up something we really want, but what it really is giving up something of a lower nature for something of a higher nature. And when we change, we have to sacrifice our lower nature to ascend, to become the higher version of ourselves. And higher means on the emotional scale. And I think that's why the eagle was there in the beginning. It's like, you're on land, he's underwater, the eagle's up in the air, and this beaver is waiting to build something here. That's kind of how I'm reading this. And you're waiting to build something. And like I said, there's a bunch of balance in this reading, and it's these 2 pillars here, these 2 animals here, that just feels like I could do this all alone, but I'm not going to. I have done that before, and that's not going to happen again. Like, I'm not going to go down an unreciprocated road. I'm not going to, like, I know my worth now in terms of this. And he knows you know his worth. Like, I keep telling you, the I'm seeing you, see me, see you thing is like so strong. And it's funny. It's like you're both missing each other. You're both thinking possibly that you're not worthy of being chosen. That's, I think this, I'm sure you're saying, no, I've already worked on that and I fixed it. Well, there's more to it than that. And I think at some points you're both saying like, no, this is over. This needs to be over. I'm letting this go. Like, I feel there's an energy here of you saying like, I can't keep holding on to hope. But the whole thing is like, this isn't about hope. This isn't about somebody coming to fix it or make this relationship work or rescue you or apologize or any of this stuff. Like, it's none of that. I think that's what this reading is actually saying. It's like everything that you think would happen if he came back and apologized and explained and gave you this, oh my God, this is what it is, this giant emotional King of Cups. You know, he's got this dolphin here. Even if he said, hey, twin flame, you're my everything, I want to do everything to make this the perfect Two of Cups relationship. Yeah, this is tarot card speak. It's only you, right? I'm so sorry. This is why I did this. I don't love the karmic. I only love you. Even if that happened, that would not make what you think it's going to make. I keep being drawn to this vase that kind of looks like a chemist. It's not, like, but it kind of looks like a beaker, and it's got kind of a glowing light inside, and this guy has taken the flower out of it. And this guy has another flower, and then there's a skull with a crow on it, right? And I get this feeling of like, this isn't a relationship, like a 3D relationship, like a soulmate relationship, where twin flame relationships do not work like that. It will never be like that. It will never be the way it was in the beginning, because the energy wall builds up and it pushes you apart on your polarities. And the point of this, I haven't not talked about this in years now, but the point of it is to get back to the center, right? And the center means you are 100% fulfilling your own needs, desires, emotions, everything. You are speaking your full truth. You are living your full purpose. You are meeting every single one of your own needs. And there is nothing, and I know you're not going to like this, but there's nothing that your twin flame could bring to you or do or anything. So it's like, stop waiting for that to happen, because that won't happen. And no one, it's so weird, because I had this discussion last night with someone that's been working through abandonment wounds, and they were saying like, I don't even feel anything now, because it's about abandonment from father wounds, and I don't feel anything because I just, I mean, essentially what was underneath it all was like, I'm so hurt, I had to give up expectations. And that's really not what I'm talking about. Like, at the core of it, it's always, when there's abandonment wounds, it's always you abandoning you. Always you thinking at the core level, something about me isn't good enough to keep this commitment, to make this effort, to show this love, like all of the things that I'm talking about here. At the core of us, when somebody's not making the effort and not willing to be vulnerable, go out on a limb, show their heart, we think, well, if there was something different about me, they would. But that's not the truth. The truth is, he's only reflecting what you're doing in the world to yourself. And it's always that way. Always with twin flames. If it's not that way, that's on twin flame. That's my understanding of it. You're free to understand it the way that you want to. Because they're essentially, in a way, like a robot to you. They're like your perfect mirror. They have really no ability to do anything to you. Like, I don't know how to explain that exactly, but it's like they're just showing you what you're doing to yourself. And like, part of him is woken up to that. Part of him can see the part of you that's still trapped in like not having trust and confidence in your emotions about yourself. I hope that makes sense. This is super, super high level reading. I mean, I will tell you, if you feel very trapped and very held back, very, like, it's like trying to hold lightning in a bottle here. It's like, you know, the ocean in a bathtub. It's a very, very strong physical desire mixed with intense emotions that he is trying to learn to master. There's a little rabbit right there on the back of this card. So in the backs of these cards, we have a dolphin, a crab, a very large crab, 2 dogs, and a rabbit. Plus a lion and a seagull. So I hope that has helped you. I'm going to get a few advice cards. I haven't done such an intense reading in a while. Obviously, we needed to hear it, but if you are able to do some perspective work right now, I think it will be incredibly, it will pay dividends intensely. I only have a couple readings to do. If you want a reading to get more on your specific healing journey, what you need to do, what your twin is like struggling with right now, then that's on Etsy. The Sphinx, one of the most powerful cards on the deck, with the cosmic heart, the moon. Wow. Okay, so we have the Sphinx. The Sphinx energy has always been on Earth and watches over us. The high priest Ra brought it from Atlantis and placed it within the statue of the Sphinx in Egypt. You receive a charge of God force when you think about it, so relax and accept it now. The Sphinx contains the 5th dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skull. You're invited to visit the tunnel from the Sphinx to Hollow Earth, a portal of wisdom linked to the ascended aspect of Mars. From here you can radiate peace and oneness throughout the universe. So Commander Ashtar is in charge of the intergalactic fleet, spaceships that patrol and protect the universe. His mothership enters Earth through Machu Picchu, the two-way interdimensional portal that he oversees. He's connecting you through this card and inviting you to view the planets, stars, and galaxies with cosmic eyes. So kind of that eagle perspective in a way. Breathe in the subtle energies and wisdom of the stellar world and allow it to affect your chakra system and ignite your consciousness. You are blessed for this card This is a card of expanded enlightenment and call to intergalactic service. And then Lord Cthulhu. So these are all the Ascended Masters you can call on if you want more guidance. He's a world teacher in his incarnations as Saint Francis Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal, and Mel Clair, one of the wise men. Lord Cthulhu practiced harmlessness, love, and wisdom. These energies are encapsulated in this card, so you are encouraged to spread knowledge and wisdom and spiritual truths to others with humility and inspiration. Be ready to learn, for Lord Cthulhu is drawing your attention to something important. He is a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, those who take in and transmute the pain of the world. If you are sensitive to energies, ask him to wrap you in his light. I am open to learning and teaching. All right. Thank you for being here, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I wish you lots of love. Bye.